Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Spike Magazine Trophy, week number 7. It's game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. We had Chaos versus Nurgle. That's two very similar teams. We have two not-so-similar teams up in the game number 2 this evening, but it will be a bashy one. Tonight, we've got Cenozoic Park versus Street Fighters Turbo Max, Nick Satan versus Ian, Lizards versus Chaos Renegades. Let's take a look at these standings. In first place in Division A, Dead Fred's Real American Heroes, a Dark Elf team. 4-1-0 is their record. They are followed closely behind. 1 point away is Nick Satan's Cenozoic Park, a Lizard team. 4-0-1 is their record. They're looking for their 5th win here in week number 7. They are up against Street Fighters Turbo Max. That's Ian's team, a Chaos Renegade team. They're 1-1-3. In third place, the Dead Poets, S. Beaver's Undead team. 3-3-1 is their record. And earlier this evening, we saw Nuffle to see here defeat Mr. Yuck. Mr. Yuck dropping from 3rd to 4th place, still very much in this competition, however. Doug the Minotaur in 1st place, however. An Orc team, did I say however twice? An Orc team, however, his record, however, is 5-1-0, coached, however, by Doug the Minotaur. However, in 2nd place is Eric's Alphinus Australis, a 1-Elf team. 4-1-0 is their record. And in 3rd place now, BB Nuts Harlequins BBFC, an Undead team. 2-2-1 is their record. Let's take a look at these two rosters, shall we? Not so trusty Patches said, "Oh, I thought this game wasn't going to be streamed. Oh me, oh my. Surprise!" The home team, Cenozoic Park, coming in TV of 1,240,000 gold. They have a full roster, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There it is. 1 Croc, 6 blockers, 4 skinks, one of which is a chameleon skink, 1 apothecary, 5 dedicated fans, just the 2 rerolls. He's going to be up against Street Fighters Turbo Max. This is Ian's Chaos Renegade team coming in at TV of 1,405,000 gold. Has 12 players on this roster. That's 165,000 gold in petty cash. Going back to the Lizards this evening, has all 3 big guys now. Zangief, Akuma, and Mr. Bison himself. Mr. Bison. I like to imagine that's what his minions have to call him. Mr. Bison. Did you know, by the way, if you haven't played Street Fighter or kept up with the lore, that Cammy is a clone of Bison? I'll just leave that with you. Let that sit. He has Ken the Skaven, Vega the Dark Elf, Block of the Orc, a whole bunch of linemen, of course, Guile the Goblin, 1 apothecary, 1 cheerleader, 1 assistant coach, 1 dedicated fan, 4 rerolls, Eric Lionheart, 3 big guys, great roster, yes sir. Not so trusty Patches says, whoa, what? Yes sir. All right, let's talk about this Lizard team first. They're the easiest to get out of the way. Cenozoic Park, right? Lizards, a solid roster. The big problem for Nick, well, I would say it's a big problem if he wasn't in 2nd place, but the big problem on this roster are these 4 Saurus blockers. Strength 4 is great, but they start with no skills. He has block on 2 of them, but doesn't have anything else on the rest of them that can make it real tricky to play this team. The Crocs has picked up the block skill. That's a great skill to pick up on the Crocs. Mighty Blow and block. That makes that Mighty Blow block, or Mighty Blow blitz even, very much more, I was going to say safe. I think the word is favorable, really. Much more favorable for you. And then he has these 4 skinks, right? The skinks are the ball carriers. They're the only ball carriers because everybody else is a 5+ in AG. Nobody else is going to be carrying this ball at all on this roster, save for like a goofy result on a touchback or something. But 3 skink runners, 1 chameleon skink. They all come with dodge. The skink runners themselves are MA of 8. That's massive. They're AG 3+ with dodge. 1 has sneaky get. He's put diving catch on 2 of them. He has a safe pair of hands on Ariana Richards, and of course he has catch where he gets to reroll all catch rolls on Ariana Richards. Has a little bit of a passing game because of that, right? So diving catch, you don't see this too often, but you can see here the player can attempt to catch the ball if it lands in his tackle zone as the result of a pass, a throw, or a kickoff. He gets a +1 to the catch of an accurate pass if the ball was passed to him, right? if the ball was put in his square, he gets a +1. So he's really setting up another option for his offense here. He's got the running game with that MA8, and now he's got the passing game as well. So this is something to watch out for on this roster. On the ball is going to give him an extra 3 points of movement on a kickoff return or a pass, which doesn't seem like a great skill, but I think it's a pretty good skill. I think it's a good pickup on a player, or at least a good skill to have on a player to get that extra 3 points of movement to get them right where you need them to be. But again, the big problem here is the lack of block and the lack of rerolls. Just two players, two of the Stars blockers with block, and just 3 players on the roster with block with no rerolls is going to make it really risky to take these blocks on a team that wants to block people. He does have the sneaky get for the Fowler, Ty Simpkins. He has 8 SPP, probably saving up for that dirty player, I have to imagine. That's going to cost him 14 SPP, I believe. So not going to be in this evening's game. But really, the name of the game for Cenozoic Park, keep the skinks safe, take the advantageous blocks, but he's going to just have to know the calculus for not taking the risky blocks when it's not going to matter. And so far, he's been doing a pretty good job of it, right? He's currently in second place in Division A. He's going to be up against this Chaos Renegade team. By comparison, lots of skills on this roster, right? They have lots of mutations. They have 3 big guys. That's one of the main advantages of a Chaos Renegade team. The Ogre, the Rat Ogre, the Minotaur, right? You could do a lot with these players, right? He has Akuma, the Rat Ogre, Frenzy, and Mighty Blow. He has Mr. Bison, the Minotaur, Frenzy, and Mighty Blow. Not to mention Horns as well. He'll get a +1 to his strength on a blitz. That brings him to a strength of 6, making it very easy to get the 3-die block on the blitz. And he has Zangief, the regular old Ogre, but he's picked up guard on him, so that's a great pickup on an Ogre, right? You sit that Ogre at center pitch, 5 strength, lending assists all the time. Great pickup. He has a number of players with block. He has Ken and Vega with block. Ryu has block. He is injured with a broken arm, so he's going to be doing no passing, but that's okay. The only passing that happens on this roster is between there he is, Zangief. He's between the Ogre and Guile. Zangief and Guile. That's the only passing that's going to happen. It's going to be a throw teammate. He has a number of mutations. He has 2 heads on Dan, +1 for Edge Test. That's great. He has a monstrous mouth with Sagat. This is going to let him re-roll catches, and strip ball can't be used against him. Okay. That was random for sure. Claw on Skullomania and Pro. This is great, right? Now he's got, we saw Claw in the first game this evening. It's all the blocks by Skullomania are going to treat armor as 8+. Pro is going to let him re-roll dice if he can get through 3+. So that's solid as well. And Guile, of course, has extra arms to get him +1 on the pickup or a catch test. So does have a little bit of passy type stuff, but really it's going to be limited to the Ogre throw teammate. He's got more skills to be more bashy. 3 players with Mighty Blow, 2 of them have Frenzy, 3 have Block. We've seen the Rat Ogre before. Animal Savagery means that he will be able to activate Akuma every single turn if he wants to. He just needs to keep a friendly player adjacent to Akuma. And you know, these frenzy blocks, these 4-die, these 6-die blocks with Mighty Blow with Akuma, they're going to be absolutely nasty. If he can start picking players off the pitch, he'll come out ahead. He has the Claw player. He can try to use that against the Sauruses to remove them. Otherwise, he can use Akuma to remove whomever, right? If a skink is open, he'll be hunting those skinks down. I think ST is going to have an easier time of bashing than the Lizard team can, plus has a massive 4 rerolls. But I think for my money in the inducement phase, I think Cenozoic Park picks up a Wizard. We'll see what he's decided to do. He's got 165k to spend. We'll see what he spent it on. So we got a bribe and a bribe. What else did he get? I wonder if the roster's changed and he didn't get the full 165k. So 4 rerolls for ST, 2 for Cenozoic Park. Clear skies in this game tonight. Cenozoic Park to set up their defense. You can see that big Crocs, Richard Attenborough, in the center defensive end position. all of those skinks, all 4 of those skinks will be in the secondary. Well, maybe not all 4. He might have Ty Simpkins, the sneaky get, as a linebacker, just so he can get him in on the fouls. Nope, just lines them all back in the secondary. Fair enough. 3 on the line, 4 linebackers, and the secondary is just all in a line, safe and sound behind the rest of the high strength defense. ST, Street Fighters Turbo Max, is set up. 4 rerolls for this team, just the 2 for Cenozoic Park. ST will be looking to get rid of those 2 rerolls off this Lizard team as soon as possible. I wager he's going to pull Guile off the pitch and replace Guile with Dawson. No, Guile's going to stay on, so Sim's going to be in the reserve box. Here's the kick. Brilliant coaching is going to go to no one. 5 plus 2, 6 plus 1, that's 7. Nobody gets the reroll. Ball kicked all the way down to the 22-yard line. Turn 1 now for ST. Two-die Minotaur blitz to get things started. Gets a pal on Richard Attenborough. 9 plus with Mighty Blow to break armor. Doesn't do it. Breaks armor on the right side of the line, gets a stun on BD Wong, the number 8 blocker. Now a 2-die block with Geef. He's going to get a knockdown here, looking for a 9 plus again. Doesn't get it. Remember, Geef has the guard skill, so he'll always be lending assists. So, so long as he can stay on that line, doesn't matter if he's marked or not, he's always going to be giving his +1 to his teammates. 2 plus pickup by Vega, the Dark Elf, being an elf. It's an edge of 2 plus. Doug the Minotaur says Minotaurs are the best tars. You know what? They are the best tars. Turn 1 now for Cenozoic Park on defense. I wonder where all that inducement money went. Unless I just did my math wrong. But I could have sworn it was 1405 minus 1240. Two-die block on Zangief. Gets a pal here by Wayne Knight. He's a big 10 plus to break armor. Doesn't do it. But the knockdown's pretty solid on Zangief. Fails the boneheaded roll by Richard Attenborough. He's going to remain prone on the ground. He says, I want no part of this. Do you see Bison? I really love that name. I mean, kudos to Ian. Come on. Come on. Come on. A Minotaur named M. Bison. Just... well done. Well done, sir. Cenozoic Park to reposition that secondary into a perpendicular line. And now ST to advance the ball forward to their own 8-yard line. So Nick Satan not getting overly committed. I think that's wise with the team he has. The problem is, I think he's playing a fantastic tactical game and has been all competition, but it just makes it that much harder to get the block you want, you know? To get the SPP, rather. But the name of the game is winning. Well, the name of the game is Blood Bowl, but the subtitle is Win. And he's been doing that very much in this competition. So whatever works, works. 2-die block on Sam. 2-die blitz on Sam Neill will be a knockdown by Sagat. Sagat needs to be as tall as Bison. I mean, taller, really. Dan advances forward to the line of scrimmage on the left wide zone. I'm in that moment of time. Like I had a severe headache after work today, and I'm in that moment of time where like you're back to normal, but because you were in such pain before, normal feels like really good. You know, like it's just relieving. Turn 2 back to Cenozoic Park. Neither team getting overextended. Richard Attenborough finally going to stand up. And Wayne Knight going to shift over in the left wide zone, trying to keep this defense spread wide and staying in front of the offense while continuing to apply pressure. 2-die blitz on Skullamania over on the right side of the pitch. He's going to get a knockdown here, or he's going to get a push rather. The Osiris with the strength of 4 is almost going to guarantee. I shouldn't say guarantee, but the strength 4 versus strength 3 straight up, that's a 2-die block. The downside is if they're marked, they're not going anywhere, not with an edge of 5+. So Ian can really control the momentum. Wow. Wow, Nick Satan, stoic. Stoic on turn 2. 3+ dodge by Guile in the left wide zone. 3+ dodge, but not as risky as it seems. He has the dodge skill. He can get a reroll on that. No, fails the boneheaded roll here by Zangief. Spent the reroll into double Scott. Wah! I don't even know if I caught the replay. I was so shocked. 2-die blitz by Akuma gets a pound on Wayne Knight. 9+ breaks armor. He's done it. Gets a KO. One-man player removal. One-man player advantage for ST. Let's see if I even caught that. My goodness. So he came in, failed the boneheaded roll, spent the team reroll. Now remember, the big guy is a loner. So he failed the boneheaded roll, spent the team reroll. Then he had to roll a d6 and get a 4+. He did. Rerolled the loner roll. Rerolled the boneheaded roll. Succeeded. Rolled his block dice. Failed again. Spent another team reroll. Had to reroll loner. Succeeded, and then got the knockdown. ST down to 2 rerolls. Vega, the ball carrier, on the opposing 6-yard line now. Try to set up protection from the players to the right, but these skinks know what time it is. Six die rolls in all with that Geef activation. Turn 3 now to Cenozoic Park. Ariana Richards takes a mark on Akuma. 2 marks on Akuma now. And now the blitz. 2-die blitz gets the pow on Akuma. Just needs a 9+ to break armor here. Can't do it. Trying to take out that mighty, mighty rat ogre. Clivey says rat ogre foul time. Looks like it. He has 3 assists for a possible foul on Akuma with Ty Simpkins, the sneaky get. That'll be a 7+ to break armor. And if he doesn't do it, he will be guaranteed to remain on the pitch. 2-eye block against Ryu, gets a knockdown. Looking for a 9+ on the right side of the line. He got it. Gets a stun. Gets a stun. 2-eye block by Richard Attenborough. Gets a knockdown on Blanca. Needs a 9+ with Mighty Blow to break armor. Here it is. 7+ breaks armor on Akuma. Doesn't get it. Sneaky Get says if he doesn't break armor. Oh, 1-die block on Skullomania. Re-rolls it. Felt he needed to re-roll this. Gets a POW against Skullomania. Doesn't break armor. Sneaky Get says if you go in for the foul and you don't break armor, even if you roll doubles, you will not get called off the pitch. Makes fouling much safer. And now Akuma failed the animal savagery roll, beat up on Dan, and now we'll get to activate. He simply stands up, and Dan says, "You know what? That's fine. I will stand up too. No problem." So long as you have a friendly player adjacent to you, you will always get to activate that rat ogre. That's why it is such a powerful piece. Well, one of the reasons why it's a powerful piece. Frenzy with strength 5 is great. You pick up Mighty Blow, even better. Only has standard armor though, so if you can knock down a rat ogre, you know, you stand a decent chance compared to say a standard ogre. You stand a decent chance of breaking armor. But he says the animation of the player falling back over and then hopping back up always confuses me. Yeah, me too. Me too. Vega's going to advance to the 16-yard line in the left wide zone, trying to keep this contingent of offensive players around to keep Vega safe. That and just sort of the animation system where like it kicks off the animations right at certain points. So like standing up to fall back down is one, but also re-rolling dice that didn't get re-rolled confuses me too. Two-die block on Richard Attenborough by M. Bison. Gets a push. Frenzy follow-up into a knockdown. Can he get a 9+ here? He cannot, but he'll knock down the Crocs. Two-die block on Sam Jackson. The first action Sam Jackson has seen this game. Breaks armor. Injures Sam Jackson. Beloved actor of stage and film. And he has a serious injury. Takes a two-die block on Samuel L. Jackson. Gets an injury. Well done. Two-man player advantage now for ST Cenozoic Park in the final turn of the first quarter. Sam Jackson with that serious injury will be out next week, but then when he returns to the roster will be a minus or a +1 to all the CAS rolls, so he's easier to injure, and he'll probably stay on the roster because he's one of the two block Sauruses. I have to say, I really, really like the detail of, I don't know if you've noticed, but like the shadow of the clouds rolling by on the pitch. I love that so much. I love that so much. Like, you see that here? You see that? Oh, I love that. One die block, blitz on Vega. Not gonna work out by Ty Simpkins. That'll be a turnover. Takes the mark with Ariana Richards. Failed the blitz. Turn 5, second quarter begins here. ST with the ball on the opposing 16-yard line in the left wide zone. Three-die block against Trevor Morgan. The second will get a push to a three-die frenzy follow-up. Gets a pal. That's how you use frenzy, right? You want to get those dice. Maximize your block dice. Try to get that pal. Lifey says, does he want to score this turn? No, but he may not have a choice. So I was in a particular town in my state for work, and I went to this really cool store that they have with just a big nerd store. They have comics and toys and board games and like vinyl records and VHS tapes and all sorts of really cool stuff. Anyway, Vega blitz here, gets a push on Ariana Richards. He'll stay put. Yeah, not going to follow up. He could score right here. Oh, he's really considering what he wants to do. Does he think he can take one more turn? Oh, he thinks he can. All right, Vega's going to park on the 24-yard line. Anyway, I went in there and I bought a bag of matcha Kit Kat, well, you know, like Japanese Kit Kats. And I don't buy like whatever, like Japanese candy or whatever a lot, but I noticed on the bag, and I guess it's the like the slogan or whatever. I don't know how. I don't even know how. I'm like perplexed by this bag. Like, I guess it's adult sweets. I don't know. I don't know. I find the phrase amusing. Otono no amasa. Adult sweet, I guess. Anyhow, I got matcha Kit Kats. That's the point of the story. Fails the unchanneled fury roll with Bison. He's going to stay put. Only fails on a 1 with a block or a blitz. He's going to take the block. Roll a 1. Turn 5 now for Cenozoic Park. Boy, oh boy, they are just leaving Vega out. I am terrified for Vega. Vega needs to yo ball out of there. He needs to jump up. Somebody needs to set up a cage in the background that he can leap onto and jump over the skinks to safety. That's what he needs to do. Or somebody give him a claw hand. Here we go. One die blitz on Vega. This is a push. He does not have the reroll. Doesn't follow up because he might want to reposition Ty Simpkins here, but needs to rush if he's going to do so. Boy, oh boy. 2 rushes wanted to get in front of Vega. He's done so. Vega will have another opportunity to block, to blitz Ty Simpkins. One assist can come in to negate Ariana Richards, or if worse comes to worse, he can do a 2+ dodge to a 2-die blitz. He has the block skill. Ty Simpkins does not. Breaks armor with number 3 here. Like, what's an adult suite? Like, isn't... kids, everyone likes sweets, right? Like, what is an adult suite? Failed 4+ dodge due to the prehensile tail of Akuma. Trevor Morgan II is going to remain on the pitch, however. Turn 6 for ST. What makes a candy adult? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah, all right. All right. Fair enough, Doug Valentine. It's more sophisticated. It's a Kit Kat. Oh no! No, failed the dodge with guile. And now turn 6 back to Cenozoic Park. Oh, now they're going to have a real shot at Vega. Here comes the... What? Ah! What is happening? Ha! That was a... Ah! That was a 5+ dodge by the Saurus. Got the knockdown on the blitz and stunned Vega. Clypeus' Saurus dodges succeed 900% of the time. Wow. Stunned Vega and the ball would scatter into the hands of Ty Simpkins, who of course has not activated yet. And now a KO by Richard Attenborough. And now it's a one-man player advantage for ST. And Ty Simpkins will get 8 points of movement. Shifts way up. Oh, I have the hiccups. Shifts way over to the right. Turn 7 now for ST. They've lost control of the ball. Just 2 turns left in this ball game. Oh boy, are they going to be able to get this ball back? It's looking grim after that big play by Sam Neill. Fails the boneheader roll with Zangief. So Geef not even able to reposition. Three-die block against Joseph Maslow. Gets a stun on Joe Maslow. Well done. Levy says, does he not plan on trying to score and is just going to hold the ball? He's got 2 turns. I imagine he'll try to score, but yeah, let's see. Oh, no, he can't do it. Is he too far back? No, he'll have to go to Ariana Richards. Because she can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ariana Richards can make it. She can make it. Skullomania repositions over in the left wide zone. Now the 2-die block on Richard Attenborough. Big 10 plus to break armor. Doesn't get it. And now the the blitz on Ariana Richards gets the pal here. That's going to prevent the score. 7 plus breaks armor. He's done it. Only gets a stun out of it. It's not going to matter. And he's going to mark the ball carrier. Gonna try to stay in this drive. He's going to try to dodge Ryu away. He is trying to dodge Ryu away. Fails to dodge. Did he not spend the reroll? Oh, he did spend the reroll. Okay, rolled Snake Eyes. And then Ryu's going to be stunned. Rough turn. Cenozoic Park now in turn 7. They cannot score. Clifey says he has prehensile tail, right? He does indeed. He does indeed. You can see it's a -1 to dodge. Sweet Penny says Saris touchdown. I don't think they can get there. Right, there's 6? Yeah. Knocks down Sagat. Oh, they can get there. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum can do it. You know what? You know what? If he's gonna... man. He did a 5 plus dodge. I guess anything's possible. Speaking of Japan, I got this toy. It arrived in the mail today. Finally, this is like a breaks armor on Ken, but only stuns. It's an old G1 transformer. I've always wanted it. I could never find it for a good price. I still didn't find it for a good price, but I was watching an auction where it went for a fantastic price. But I'm offended. If this worked out, I'm offended. Yeah, get out of here. Turn 8 coming up. Three-die blitz by Mr. Bison. Gets a pal here, breaks armor. Gets KO on Ty Simpkins. We'll see if that sticks. Anyhow, I was watching an auction and it ended up selling for a fantastic price. But I was talking to friends at the time. You know how it is. You're having a good time with people you love, and time passes. You just lose track of time, and I missed out on the auction. I was like, oh man! But at that point, I'd gotten myself all amped up for it. I was like, I'll just buy it. So I bought it at a less than ideal price. But anyway, it finally arrived. Check it out. It's a G1 Optimus Prime. Well, in Japan, he's... how much of a nerd do I want to get about this? It's like, you'll have to hear in Japan, Optimus Prime. He's not called Optimus Prime, he's called Convoy. But this guy is not even Convoy. He's a completely different character. He's called Jinrai. And tries to nab the ball. Sagat. Oh, desperate measures here. Doesn't work out. He's called Jinrai. Anyway, he's an Optimus Prime. So you can imagine Optimus Prime with the trailer. He's Optimus Prime, whose trailer has its own trailer. It's awesome. 2-9 block in the left wide zone here in turn 8% of Cenozoic Park. Final turn of the first half. Gets an injury out of it. Wow. Big loss here. Skullomania injured. Oppo's going to be spent. This is the claw player. It's either a serious injury or seriously hurt. It's going to be seriously hurt. Three-die block on Guile. Be a dodge push here. Another 3-die block on Guile. Another dodge push. His name is Jinrai. The full thing is called God Jinrai. Clive says the wiki page on different Optimus Prime models is longer than... Yeah, you're on TF Wiki, no doubt. Goes for the foul on Ken. Doesn't get anything out of it. Doesn't get caught off the pitch. 0-0 at the end of the half. ST so close to scoring. They tried to stall and got bit by it. So Cenozoic Park's going to be on offense now. Cenozoic Park gets back both KOs. ST gets none back. But I believe it'll still be one-man player advantage. Oh, it might be tied up. Let's see. That's 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 1, 2. Okay. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10v10 on the pitch with Cenozoic Park to be on offense. Clive said, I am on TF Wiki. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very, very well versed in TF Wiki. So, yeah, this one's called, I guess the whole toy is called God Jinrai. And so, like, in the show, it was called Transformers, wow, what was it called? Was it Master Force? Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a character, like a human named Jinrai, and he has this suit, and the suit lets the human transform into an engine block, and the engine block goes into an Optimus Prime robot that is not sentient. It's just like a mech suit, and then when he does that, he becomes the Optimus Prime robot, and then that can combine with his trailer to become Super Jinrai, and then that can combine with the trailer's trailer to become God Jinrai. ST with the screen defense. They're offsetting with these chevrons here to try to keep the players in the back safe. 3 on the line. Just 2 of the big guys keeping the Rat Ogre free to move around. 4 on the line for Cenozoic Park. Here's the kick. Deep kick. Kick to the 20. Weather's going to remain the same. Joseph Maslow will receive the ball. The number 10 Chameleon Skink. Clive says, has anyone ever told you you're a bit of a geek? You know what? Honestly, I don't know if anyone's actually ever told me, but I am keenly aware. Two-die block on Blanca here. We'll get a pal. Two-die block on Geef. This works out due to the block skill. Well done. 9+ breaks armor. Can't do it. And like when Jinrai transforms into an engine, like his legs like split up and out, like to the sides of his bodies and up around his head. I don't know the biology of how that works. Like, you'd think he's just dead at that point. And if he wasn't, being an engine block is gonna kill you. Two-die blitz in the left wide zone. This will be a push on Dawson. There used to be a tournament in Japan, a fighting game tournament. This was like way back in the day. It was called Super Battle Opera. I remember that meditation be the engine block. It was called Super Battle Opera. I got to attend one. It was so bad. It was, I mean, it wasn't bad. So, like, this was like the big tournament before there were big tournaments, really. And they sort of pioneered the whole, like, make it a big thing. Like, the tournament was in you know, a big arena and stuff. It was really cool. But what I went to was outside. And it was in the summer. It was really hot, and they were turning it into like a festival or something. Like you had, and back then you would play on cabinets. You'd play on actual arcade machines. So imagine a whole bunch of arcade machines in tents in the summer heat, right? And And then there's like a music stage where they're playing like poppy Japanese stuff, right? J-pop type music, all right? And then you have like vendors and food, you know, stuff and like, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been on an arcade machine, but if you have the sun behind you and you're trying to look at the screen, it's very hard to see with the glare of the sun. It was awful. Oh! And they had how many slots was it? Was it 32 or 64? I think it was 32. 32 slots, right? And an extra. So some of the games would be 1v1, some would be 2v2, some would be 5v5. They had these like team tournaments where like once one person on your team loses, they're out, and then the next person comes in and you try to defeat everybody on the team. Anyway, there were two American teams, but there was one extra team for the bracket. So what did they do? So one extra team got invited by accident. So imagine you're in America, you get invited to this big Japanese tournament at the time. You fly out to Japan, and they didn't know what to do. They're like, well, we have one extra team. What do we do? They made the two foreign teams play each other. They just made them play like a one-off game, and the winner got into the actual tournament, and the loser got nothing. It was so stupid. Dude, I block in the left line zone here. Gets a push on Dawson. Dude, I block on Sagat. Gets a pal. Ball on Cenozoic Park's on 6-yard line. Terrawindy says, all my favorite Minecraft streamers are my age, so that's a positive for us. We're still relevant. Dude, I block on Keith. Gets a pal here. Breaks armor. Gets a stun. There's like a picture that went around. There used to be a fighting game forum called SRK, and during that particular SPO, it was the last SPO ever, by the way. They never did another one after that. It was so terrible. Clappies, thank you so very much for the bits. Tries to foul here with Ty Simpkins. Doesn't get anything out of the foul. Well, got a stun. That's fair enough. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So anyway, there was this infamous photo. Infamous at the time. So like, I don't know, maybe like 100 people knew about it. I don't know. But like, not famous today. But there was this infamous photo, like because of the glare, they had a bunch of staff like shoulder to shoulder behind players trying to like as like a human shield to block out the sun. It was so stupid. Human sunscreen. That's what they were. 2-9 blitz by Akuma gets a push on BD Wong. We'll have to follow up and get another uphill block here, unfortunately. But wow, got a push out of this. So this is how scary it is with Frenzy, right? You got to make sure that your follow-up is in your favor, but happened to work out here. Clappy said getting a bunch of humans instead of one umbrella is the most Japanese thing. I mean, the cabinets are pretty big. I can't imagine an umbrella. I mean, maybe like a patio umbrella might have worked, but 15 seconds left in turn 10 for ST. They have all 4 rerolls. 4 is such a number of rerolls. I mean, it kind of makes sense here with the big guys. 2-die block gets a pal. I'm so used to the LRB6 where like 4, I'm like, I don't know. But in BB 2020, I can certainly see arguments for 4 rerolls. Clavius is the country that brought us semiconductors, video games, and robotics. Hasn't yet mastered shade. I think it was just a bad idea for a turn. I get what they're going for, and I think it's a neat idea, but boy, arcade cabinets belong inside. Especially if people are going to pay thousands of dollars, right, to qualify and then come out to your tournament. A kind sir. Welcome to the stream, rating with 28 people. I don't know why the raid animation's not popping up. Oh, that's so annoying. But welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Here, I'll do the raid animation since the raid animation's not working. It's the Ava animation where they're running. There. It's just like the TV show. You couldn't even tell the difference. Welcome to the stream, Raiders. I hope you enjoyed Blood Bowl as much as we do. And again, thank you, kind sir, very much. I'm so immersed. Got the pal here. Gets the injury on Guile. The number 12 Goblin's going to be removed from the pitch here. Boot Polish said that's better than the animation. SP Beaver says we need to clip that and use this new raid sound. I thought I fixed it today. I mean, I did only spend 5 minutes on it because I worked all day, but I'm a little sad that I didn't fix it. Turn 11, Cenozoic Park, they have the ball on their own 4-yard line. Joe Mazzello, the Chameleon Skink, in control of the ball currently. See, like, something's going on. I saw Clypeus played Jurassic Park, but I didn't hear it. I don't know, something wonky's happening. Something is afoot. Joe Mazzello shifts to the left, pulls left. Here comes the foul with the sneaky get. Gets a stun out of it. Does not get called off the pitch. The ref can't see it. You know why the ref can't see it? Because the ref's all the way over here. What are you even watching? There it is. It got there eventually. Thank you very much for the bits, Clypeus. A kind sir says, have a good stream. I've got to go wrangle kiddos. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Take care. Good luck. Hank the Ranger says, what's that little yellow star? That little yellow PAL symbol. What does that mean? I don't remember rolling that in my game. You know what? I don't often complain about that. Brass League, thank you for the raid so much. Welcome to the stream, sir. You apparently the raid animation's broken. I apologize, but you know what? We did it once. We'll do it again. This is what it was. It was the Evangelion running animation with the sound. I'll do it for you. There you go. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Hank the Ranger, I don't often talk about dice, because often when we talk about bad dice, it's sort of biased, right? We're like, they weren't as bad as we remember. You had some bad dice, sir. You had some real bad dice. You were praying to the wrong god. You were praying to Nurgle. You should have been praying to Nuffle. Boot Polish says it's so good, I can see the cartoon in my head. It's like the episode's unfolding before your very eyes. 3 seconds left on the clock before ST dips back into the bonus clock. They're going to end the turn there. Turn 12 for Cenozoic Park now. A scrum has formed in the left wide zone. Cenozoic Park has the ball in the hands of Joe Mazzolo, the number 10 Chameleon Skink. Has an edge of 3+, has the dodge skill. We get a free reroll on a dodge if he wishes to. A 3+ with the reroll is about 80%. Takes a 2 die instead. Will push Sim, pushes Dawson back to the left sideline, trying to set up the surf on Dawson. And there it is, got the pal. Good surf here by Nick Satan. So what was that, a 3-man player advantage? 3-man player advantage for Cenozoic Park. Repositioning, they take a mark on Mr. I'm going to call him M. Bison. On Mr. Bison. On both sides. On the right side by Laura Dern, on the left side by B.D. Wong. Crocs knocks down Geef. Doesn't break armor. Good 3+ dodge by Ariana Richards. She's the level 4, number 13 Skink. 2-die block on Mr. Bison. Takes the knockout, gets a stun. Good stun on the Minotaur. Minotaurs only have an AV of 9+, that's standard armor. Dodges Trevor Morgan, the second way down pitch. Turn 12 now. Final turn of the third quarter for ST. Good stand up by Geef. It's a 2-man player advantage currently for Cenozoic Park. We talked about this potential passing game. He's been kitting out these skinks to try to build up a passing game on this Lizard team. He has moved Trevor Morgan down pitch. This could be a gambit to try to pull players off to cover Trevor Morgan, where he could actually be threatening the pass here. ST taking their time, trying to figure out the best approach on defense here. Does he try to go in on the ball carrier? Does he pull anyone back to cover the potential receiver? What does he do with everyone else? How does he stop the run? Takes a mark with Ken, the number 4, Skaven with block against B.D. Wong. He is going to cover Trevor Morgan. Ryu is going to be the safety. We'll call him a corner. Call him the cornerback. Covering Trevor Morgan. No, we'll call him a safety. Ryu's the safety. Stand up blitz by Akuma. Oh no. He's got to get through the loner roll here. He did! Got through the loner roll. Gets a pal on B.D. Wong. 9+ breaks armor. Doesn't break armor, but he's going to have to follow up due to frenzy. And now he has a mark on Joe Mazzolo. Fourth quarter begins. Cenozoic Park on turn 13. It is 0-0. Cenozoic Park with both rerolls still remaining. Stand-up blitz on Akuma is going to be a pal. Can he break armor? He can! This could be a huge removal. Gets a stun. Big loss here for ST. Akuma, very, very powerful piece. Strength of 5 with Frenzy. That means four block dice with Mighty Blow. Almost guaranteed. Now out for a turn. More like a turn and a half. Ariana Richards moves out to the right wide zone by her lonesome Joe Mazzello. The ball carrier shifts to the right at mid-pitch on the 4-yard line. 2-die block on the line here. This is not going to work out. He spends a re-roll. He'll get a push on Blanca. Pushes Blanca into a possible follow-up block. He might leave Richard Attenborough alone just so Zangief remains marked. Nope, he'll take the block because Laura Dern moves in to mark Zangief. He might even take the block on Zangief now. Good 3+ dodge by Ty Simpkins to cover the left side of the ball carrier. 2-die block on Geef. He's got it. 9+ with Mighty Blow here will break armor. Doesn't get the armor break. But big knockdown on this big guy. MA of 5 means when he stands back up, it's going to cost him 3 MA to stand up, leaving him with just 2 MA remaining. Good 3+ dodge by Trevor Morgan II. And now he has set up a chain of players to score with. If it were his turn now, he could hand off to pass to score. There we go. How's that? Yeah. I don't know how far I got into my story. I assume I got nowhere in my story. Where did I leave off? Did I just say nothing? Cenozoic Park trying to score. ST trying to stop the score and at least draw this game. Yeah, so I was, it was just sort of a diatribe. But anyway, speaking of, uh, speaking of fighting games in Japan, here's a bit of trivia. When we would play Super Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, competitively, way back in the day, so you know there's three characters in ST in Super Turbo. Well, in all of Street Fighter 2, but there's the boxer Balrog, there's the Spanish guy with the claws, that's Vega, and there's the last boss Bison. In Japan, that's not their names. In Japan, the boxer is M. Bison, the guy with the claws is Balrog, and the last boss is Vega. The way the story goes is that Capcom USA changed the name around because they didn't want the boxer named M. Bison for fear of a lawsuit from like Tyson. But I don't know why they switched around 3 names to do that. But anyway, because of that, so that everyone knew what you were talking about in tournaments, nobody called them Bison, Vega, or Balrog. The boxer was called Boxer, the guy with the claw was called Claw, and the final boss was called Dictator. So you might, if you ever watch like old ST tournaments or something, you might hear them referred to as Boxer, Claw, and Dictator. Turn 14 for ST. Joe Mazzolo in the right wide zone on the 10-yard line. Yeah, it's a cool uniform. Oh, thank you, Taro, and to you. If only my devices worked. A minute to go here in turn 14. Stands up Zangief. My favorite part of Ian's team here is Bison's Gief's butt. Look at that. Look at that. He's got a heart on his butt. What? Yeah, that was madness. My goodness. Went big there with Ryu. Should have known Ryu does not want to be in close. He's a zoner. SB Beaver, thank you for the bits. The emergency rush ordered. Yeah, all those 3+ dodges failed the rush. Cenozoic Park now. 1 GFI will score. He's gonna try to stall this out. Oh, I hit the key. There we go. Both standing result against Vega. Yeah, Zangief here. So their icon is like a like chaos horns. But that's a heart on his butt. That's what that is. That's my favorite part of the team. Look how mean I am. You're not mean. You've got a heart on your butt. Setting up the protective screen here to try to keep Joe Mazzolo on his feet for 1 turn. Kunai block back at the center pitch, gets a pal against Blanca. Better than on your sleeve. That just makes you like Popeye or something. Gets a push back in no man's land. It's not going to matter. Does get the knockdown on Bison. This could matter. Not for the game, but for future games. Bison's going to remain on the pitch. Takes a mark against Akuma. Turn 15 now for ST. Cenozoic Park just needs to survive this. If they do, this will be Nick Satan's first win against Ian. Oh, Geef. Zangief fails the boneheaded roll. He is just confused, doesn't know where he is. He thinks this is supposed to be a 2D plane where he's fighting one-on-one, side by side. He's not ready for 3D movement. He doesn't understand. Needs a big play here if he's gonna not lose this game. Needs to pray to Nuffle. PS2, not PS3. I have every, not every model, but I'm working on it. But I have every model, almost every model of every PlayStation, like hooked up, which is superfluous because like the 3+ dodge takes the blitz on Trevor Morgan. He'll push him inside. Does he have enough movement? Oh, he had to follow up to get enough movement. Oh, no, he didn't. Unless he wants to be right in front of Joe Mazzulo. Dodge, rush, rush. Takes a mark on Joe Mazzulo. He's going to have to hope this is enough. The original model of PlayStation 3 played PlayStation 1 and 2 games, but got them all hooked up. I've got PlayStation. I have 2 PlayStation Vitas. I have a PlayStation PSP. I have 2 PlayStation TVs. Gets KO here. That's just going to keep that player safe. I just picked up a PS1, not the original PlayStation, the late model of the original PlayStation that was kind of small, called the PSONE. Metal Gear Solid 4 was so good. I love that game. Turn 16 for Cenozoic Park. It's a dodge or a block to a dodge against Vega. I imagine he'll try to push Vega away on the blitz. Here it is. 2-die blitz, got the POW. He'll get the knockdown here. 9+ will break armor. And Cenozoic Park's going to take the lead 1-0. Hard fought game. Well done by Nick Satan. Got the cheerleader, the lone cheerleader. Very well done by Cenozoic Park. There's gonna be 1 turn left, but remember, does he have Guile still? Does he still have Guile? Oh, he doesn't have Guile. Guile's injured, so he's not gonna have an opportunity for the 1 turn. Guile was injured. He's the only player on the roster with the right stuff. So ST is going to be hoping for a timeout here. Yeah, Hank the Ranger says not over yet. We could see a timeout. Cenozoic Park, I'll be very surprised if they don't screen out the end zone here. That is the best play. They're going to be down a player though. He does have frenzy to get some pushes, but he would need... he needs like 4 pushes, doesn't he? Yeah. He needs 4 pushes on Ken. I don't see how that happens. So Nick Satan not screening out the end zone. He knows he doesn't have to worry about the 1 turn, giving up the sidelines. If there's no timeout, Cenozoic Park wins this one. This will be the first time Nick Satan has defeated Ian ever in the league. Old Gamer Mike says no one in the sides. Yeah, He's banking on there being no timeout, and if there is, he knows the offense will have to commit to one, and then he can just move these players to that wide zone. Here's the kick. Cheering fans is not gonna do it. We'll see what the parade off with those greasy cleats. who gets the -1 MA? Who was it? Sagat. Sagat with the greasy cleats. Down to an MA of 5. Fails the blitz with Akuma. Didn't have a player adjacent to make that a guaranteed blitz. So he's actually going to lose the activation. 2-9 block on Wayne Knight's going to get a pal here. Cenozoic Park's going to win this one 1-0. ST looking for SPP at this point. He might get it here. Gets a stun. Two-guy block as a push on Laura Dern the second. Oh, Gamer Mike says, end of game boot? We'll see. The old GG foul, we'll see. Gets a knockdown. I know Nick Satan, not a fan of the GG foul. Repossessions can to take a mark on Sam Neal, but has no blitz. Lost the blitz on Akuma. Will probably pull someone back to receive a catch by Vega. Try to get a point of SPP on Vega. Nope. Gonna call it there, and that will be the game. Cenozoic Park wins this one 1-0. Congratulations to Nick Satan for this victory. Nick Satan, only one loss in this competition so far. And with that win, Cenozoic Park will bump back up into first place. 5-0-1 is their record. 15 total points for Cenozoic Park. Real American Heroes will bump down to second place, but they still have their game to play this week. 9 weeks of regular play in the Spike Magazine Trophy. 8 games per team. Every team has 1 bye week. The top 2 teams of each division will advance to the top 4 to the semifinals to play off in a single elimination bracket. The winner of the competition will advance to the Invitational at the end of the season, the Blood Bowl, in the upper bracket. The runner-up will advance in the lower bracket. The winner of the lower bracket will advance into the upper bracket to determine the league champion. Plenty of more games to play in this competition. We have a whole nother competition to play this season. The Dungeon Bowl is coming up. That's another open competition. If you've never played Blood Bowl or you have played Blood Bowl and you want to play with us, feel free to head on over to our Discord. There you go. Feel free to head on over to our Discord. Say, hey, I'd like to play, or just hang out. That's cool too. And if you'd like to play, I'll put you on the list of reminders, and I'll remind you when registration opens for the Dungeon Bowl. The league is set up in such a way that anyone can play, whether you're a veteran of the game or brand new to the game of Blood Bowl. We have lots of people who are willing to help out. We have rules in place to make it so that you're not if you're brand new to the game and you lose your first few matches, you're not like down and out, right? It's not already over for you, and now you have to play another 9 games. The winners and the runner-ups of each competition will advance into the Blood Bowl. You can roll a new team between competitions. So we had, I think it was Venger, in fact, one season played the Dungeon Bowl. So he missed the first 2 comps, came in with a TV 1000 team, and made it to the Blood Bowl. So yeah, so that's one of the goals of the league, is to make it friendly and competitive for anyone who wishes to play, whether you're a vet of the game or new to the game. So come hang out with us if you'd like to play. But otherwise, that's going to be it for tonight. We'll take a look at the schedule before we leave. Coming up next, we're going to have a game this Thursday, May 16th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4. That is going to be I Want to Be Like Doug versus Alphidas Australis over in that hotly contested Division B. That's Richard Cranium versus Eric Dwarf versus Wood Elf. That's going to be a great matchup. I'm excited to see that. And then we have a game this coming Sunday, May 19th at 8 o'clock p.m. That's going to be a Harlequins BBFC versus Subductus Super Killer Carpters. BB Nut versus Berserker Tempest. That's Undead versus Underworld. That'll be a fun one as well. One more game to be scheduled here in week 8, and after that, in week 7, excuse me, and then week 8 will begin. And when that game gets scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club, here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our Blood Bowl channel, on our YouTube channel about Blood Bowl. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game was so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until Thursday night, May 16th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.